On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
If men didn't like their kids so much, then why are women weaponizing kids in order to deal with the men that they got to deal with on the first place?
They would just be like, man, fuck them kids. And
Exactly.
It wouldn't be a big deal. You wouldn't even be
Exactly.
able to weaponize something against me that I don't care about.
So what
Exactly.
are we talking about here? And it's so sad and pathetic that we got a black man that wants Hebrew Israelite over here talking shit about black men.
Black men.
It is the most disgusting thing.
Okay,
let's
it's not, y'all can't do that.
Let her finish.
I let you guys talk. Y'all been like this all night.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
now
ma'am.
we can't say from the observable eye that black men are not in their child's life. When again, and I say this stat, I feel like I say it every damn show that I'm on. When the CDC said that the black man is the most involved father in their life compared to white men and Asian men, they are the most involved.
You know what? That the black male presence in a home. So, but you can't equate that to, you can't say a man don't love his kids. It's a lot of other things that play into that situation.
Right. Don't help him out. He said
Exactly.
they don't love their kids.
I don't need you help. I'm good. Y'all was wrong. Wait. Well, let me ask you, Rick, directly. Would you factor in alienation of the fathers by the mothers from the kids?
Absolutely, that happens. But do I say that do I want to say that it's the woman's fault that the majority of the time happens? No, I think that's on the man primarily. So yes, that's mostly their responsibility. And the men do a lot of that stuff. I mean, I'm just gonna let's keep it a buck. Like a lot of times we want to push this whole, especially the whole, manosphere. Everyone always saying these women. All the men want to dive on the women and say how much is their fault. It's a lack of responsibility from a bunch of really weak ass men. I mean, we got to be real sometimes and look at what it is. Selfish men.
I hope y'all calling him.
But you can't say these men don't love their kids.
Yo, he must got a channel.
But love is action. Love is action. And if you love your child, all these people that are 25, 30, that I hear all these stories on a daily basis about people's fathers not being there. If you love your child, but you're not there, I mean, I know you can say you love your kids, and I'm sure you do. But if you don't display it in your actions, kids don't feel it. They don't feel you saying I love you and I never see you, but I love you. I mean, okay. But I see the trauma daily and things when people talk about their stories and their life, about what they went through with their fathers not being there. And
but at the same time, that's because
yes, you still love your kids, but
wait,
people that you need to love them more to the point that
such a bad argument. It's such a bad faith argument.
One at a time.
It's a bad faith argument because you can say you see it, but you see it from the people that are having problems. If I'm winning, then you're not gonna see it from me. In the same way that you're good. Listen, if I'm at the cash advance place, I'm gonna see a bunch of people in dire straits. Does that mean that the majority of the people that's hanging out at cash advance places just because those are the people that you're dealing with? No. There's a lot of people that have great relationships and all of this other type of stuff, and they fix things and so on and so forth. Just because you're not familiar with it, or they're not waving a flag up and saying, hey, I have a great relationship with my father, does not mean that it does not exist.
So, Anton, you do understand why black culture is not trash.
Yes, thank you, Kate. Like I'm trying to
explained it perfectly, Anton. So you completely get why black culture is not trash.
Hey, please don't derail this conversation.
I'm proud of you, Anton.
On an island by himself.
You were becoming enlightened.
Hold on, let me ask this. Let's ask this because why is Kevin Samuel's channel doing so well? Why is it so successful? Because so many black relationships and marriages are failing because so many children are growing up without real guidance, without an example.
What?
Yes, it is. That's true. We have all this disarray in the community. Hold on, because you said people are winning, right? You said winning. So if you're trying to say our people are winning, again, I would have to say you are delusional and you cannot even claim to know
argument. You can trying to conflate an argument in order to justify your point because I use an example to combat what Kayla said specifically. I'm not saying everybody is winning in life. Everybody is not.
But I said about what?
Oh my God, Jesus!
If you love
Nobody
your kids,
said everybody. I didn't say
kids, you'll be in your kid's life. Now, if you're in jail,
What
okay.
does winning have to do with the fact that men love their kids?
Right.
You said winning. You use winning. I'm using your words.
To combat Kayla's argument, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You on an island by yourself. Men love their kids.
My point is, love to children is time and attention. That's what I'm telling you. So when we're talking about the adults that have father issues and mother issues and whatever it issues, usually from the lack of time and attention or effective parenting or abuse, whatever. But a lot of people have issues with their like, that is like Drake, when Drake said that in his song, that Black American Dad story, that wasn't something that everybody be like, what is he talking about? No, everybody knew exactly what he was talking about.
But
now we're citing Drake as a reference.
70% of households are not single family, and these kids see their father twice a year, three times, 4 times a year. That's it. So let's stop with the cat, like that. Every single mom out here has an involved father in their kid's life.
But
Kayla,
do you agree with what he said though? Do you agree with him that most men think that about?
I didn't say most men.
No, but do you agree with Rick said? If we're gonna go with Anton's definition of most, which means 51% or more, then yes.
When did
I feel like Rick is projecting because I don't encounter that at all. At all. I don't encounter men saying they don't regarding their kids. So I feel like that's a projection.
No, but what he said is they're not gonna say that. They're not gonna tell you. They're not gonna outright say I don't love my kids. I agree with him to a degree. You're not gonna get a nigga that say I don't outright love my kids.
Y'all are the worst, bro.
But Kayla made a good point.
Y'all are the worst.
And how's that a word? I mean, it's a conversation.
It's the reality.
Kayla made a good point.
No, it's not.
If love require actions, if we can say as adults that love require actions, then some of the men, too many of the men in our community lack them actions which would define love.
But my point is that you don't have a microscope enough to even be able to make that argument on the behalf one way or the other. So
from the observable eye, that's what I can say. From the observable eye, we can all see.
What observable eye? Your observable eye, Kayla?
In the Black community.
So from your observable eye,
it ain't a debate.
So you're telling me that a person cannot, because it's so many variables. There is literally hordes and armies of men that's fighting to change the family court laws so that they can play a larger role in the like if men didn't like their kids so much, then why are women weaponizing kids in order to deal with the men that they got to deal with on the first place?
They would just be like, man, fuck them kids. And
exactly.
It wouldn't be a big deal. You wouldn't even be able to weaponize something against me that I don't care about.
So what are we talking about here? And it's so sad and pathetic that we got a black man that wants Hebrew Israelite over here talking shit about black men.
Black men.
It is the most disgusting thing.
It's not. Y'all can't do that.
Let her finish.
I let you guys talk. Y'all been like this all night.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now we can't say from the observable eye that black men are not in their child's life. When again, and I say this stat, I feel like I say it every damn show that I'm on. When the CDC said that the black man is the most involved father in their life compared to white men and Asian men. They are the most involved.